think about that for a moment. Many people have been asking this question to me, that in the world of technology, why do we need creativity? When everything and anything be done with the help of ChatGPT, Google, and all of these AI tools which are available to us, who needs creativity? And the argument is that is precisely why you need creativity. Now, to understand this man-machine duet, we don't have to really cast ourselves into the future. We would actually go back. And let's go back. If you go back thousands of years, you would realize that machine and men have always been coexisting. Here is a question. Who is stronger, you or your father at your age? Suppose you are 25. If I compare you at 25 with your father at 25, who do you think is stronger physically? You or your father? I bet it's your father. If I compare your father at 25 and your grandfather at 25, who is stronger, your father or his father? I bet his father. And if I go back in time, you would realize that with every passing generation, we have been becoming physically weak. And the reason we have become physically weak is because the environment in which we are existing right now doesn't demand so much of a physical labor from us. Which means that the first thing that machines really took away from us was labor. Labor is gone. And I don't have to even argue the point any further than this, that as a species, and I can even talk of India, in the last 75 years of Indians' independence, we have been living a far healthier life with respect to nutrition, with respect to life expectancy, with respect to avoidable diseases, but we are not leading a stronger life. And that's a concern with me. Nonetheless, so labor is gone. That's a foregone conclusion. Let us go to the next one. Memory. Now, you remember the days when I was in college about 25 years ago, whenever I used to go to my friend's place, etc., I would consistently remember at least 10 phone numbers, at least 15 birth dates, and no less than 10 addresses. What happens today? How many phone numbers do you remember? How many birth dates do you remember? How many addresses with postal code do you remember? We just don't. It's not that we don't have to. It's that we cannot. We cannot remember these things. And I bet you, it's very difficult for us to remember stuff because we have found a convenient way of storing. So much so that nowadays we don't even have to remember our passwords. Thanks to OTP, there's no need to remember passwords. Is it a bad thing or a good thing? It's good for technology, but it's extremely bad for humans. Because in a day when I take technology out of my life, I actually become quite miserable. Instead of enjoying the life with fellow human beings, I go back into my shell, which is not good. So, labor is gone, memory is gone. What's the next assault? The next assault, my friends, is intelligence. For the longest possible time, we have been priding ourselves as Homo sapiens. Sapiens means thinking. So we are the thinking human or the thinking man. But are we thinking? Are we really thinking? Are we intelligent? Or are we the only intelligent people? Answer is no. And to address this question, let me take you back to the world of chess. Now, for a long time, people have been of the opinion that chess is the ultimate of human achievement in terms of exhibition of intelligence. And machines can't play chess as well as men can. Of course, that's proven comprehensively wrong. In the year 1997, we had this classic match between Garry Kasparov and IBM's Deep Blue. The match was so famous because it was the very first time that a reigning world chess champion was competing against a machine that barely knew what chess is. And Garry Kasparov was defeated. 20 years on, the machine has taken the form of Watson from IBM. It has started beating people in Jeopardy, which is an extremely complex game, trying to crack software codes, trying to understand nuclear fusion, trying to discover new drugs, trying to imitate Mother Earth. Garry Kasparov has only become old. And this is just one piece of intelligence that machines have taken away from us. Now, my worry is not that machines are becoming intelligent. Machines should become intelligent. My real worry is that we are not keeping pace with it. So, labor is gone, memory is gone, intelligence to a large extent is gone. What's next? What do you think is next when it comes to man-machine duet? And I dare say that there are two things which we can still say uniquely belongs to humans. The first thing is empathy. In Hindi, it is called as samvedana, sahanubhuti. Empathy means your ability to understand somebody else's pain. And I guess machines are not there yet. Machines can't understand your pain proactively. But not every human is equally empathetic. That's another problem. Second is creativity. We need to be creative. Now, the thing is that empathy and creativity are related. You need empathy to understand the problem, and you need creativity to solve the problem. And unless and until you are empathetic, you are nothing more and nothing less than a machine. And my real concern is that while we are trying to make machines more humans, unfortunately, humans are becoming more machines. And unless and until you take care of your empathy, emotions, compassion as a human, and you take care of creativity as a skill, you will become more of machines. And maybe, who knows, your job could be next in line when it comes to machine taking it up. So be careful.